The main thing for this poster was the interaction between Bella and Edward, because in the movie he's like more protective of her, kind of plays a protective role, so that's why in the poster you see he's kind of looming over her, watching out for her. And also, like, she can't appear like too weak of a character, too like it can't really look like a normal like kind of love poster, because obviously he's a vampire. So, you know, there's certain things, and we had to light it pretty dark as well to match kind of like the mood of vampires and stuff.
The idea is he's like protecting you, right?
Like in the poster, we can see Edward's contacts. You know, when I went up and visited the set, they were all wearing these spooky contacts. So did Robert actually have those contacts in, or did you add those later on or something?
No, his contacts were in, and they're kind of weird because as soon as you bring them out to the sunlight, they like the maximum effect is there. Like they're like really like bright orange, but they still look kind of natural in real life, but a little bit eerie kind of because they're really dark.
So you're just naturally able to capture the look of those contacts. You didn't have to touch it up later on?
Oh, no, I think it's pretty enhanced in the poster.
Kind of hold her a little bit to the side and kind of stick out a little bit more. Yeah, exactly.
Lots of photographers hide behind cameras and stuff. I actually had the camera pretty stable just because it was all shot on seamless, so I had a wireless remote, so I could like bark things out of them as we were going. But I mean, they were pretty good by themselves, you know. I just told them just to be in character.
You just look a little bit too scared.
I look scared.
It's good to be scared, but you should look more like comfortable.
It's all about positioning and poses and how it all flows together.
You're 18 years old?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Okay, so obviously it helped a lot with this gig. Does it usually help, or does it usually hurt, or what?
It can do both, because, I mean, people are trusting you with such a huge job, you know, and most 18-year-olds that I know, I don't know if you'd want to trust them with like kind of big job like this. But for this, I'd say, yeah, it worked in my favor being 18 years old, because it's a pretty young cast, so I'm pretty sure that, you know, they wanted someone, you know, cool and in the same age group instead of like some old dude snapping pictures like, yeah, get closer. So you know, the best way to do it, I guess, is just to not act like you're 18.
I mean, have you ever had one of these gigs where you're on it and then finally somehow it leaks out how old you are?
A lot of shoots that I go on, people actually think that I'm the assistant at first.
And look more over your shoulder toward the light there with your chin up.
I think the reason why they chose me is because they have such like a young cast, and they wanted like a young photographer, as well as in my portfolio I have one picture of a guy who's in a car that's kind of lit the exact way that they wanted it. So they saw that picture, and it's my first movie poster as well, so I was on from there, which was cool. I didn't know much about the books, but when I told like some friends of mine like that I had this next like assignment coming up is Twilight, I had this one girl that was like, "Oh my God, you gotta bring me! I love Twilight. I love Edward. He's so hot." But no, I've never heard of it before.
There are a lot of people out there who feel very, very enthusiastically about Twilight.
That's right, yeah, and you have to be careful when dealing with a movie like this, because if you make, you know, the fan base mad, they're gonna like trample